welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my friend Kristal and we are going to do a rainbow look using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. I just received it in the mail and I haven't used it at all, so I decided what better way to try it out than using my beautiful assistant. So first I'm going to take a Morphe M573 and this beautiful yellow shade right here. Her eyes have already been prepped and primed, so I'm just going to start at the inner corner and begin to build the color. What color? We're going to dive in again and hope to pick up some actual pigment. I was expecting more out of this. So I'm going to take the Vintage Cosmetics Company Step 2 for the shadow, and I'm going to go back into that same golden yellow color, and I'm really swirling and digging this brush in, and now I'm going to use patting motions to try and pack the color on. Okay, we're getting a little something. Okay, it's there, you just have to build it. I can work with that as long as it's there. And I'm also going to do the other inner corner with the same yellow. Now that we have a nice little foundation built up on the inner corner, I'm going to dive into the next color. I'm going to go in for this neon orange shade. And there's a lot of kickback with that. And I'm going to place that in the, ooh, that's super pigmented though. I'm going to place that in the inner, well, the middle corner. I'm going to place that in the middle area of that lid and blend it outward. And now I'm going to go back in with the yellow and blend the yellow with the orange. Using the same brush, I'm going to dip into this red shade. I'm actually pretty impressed by the pigmentation since this was a very cheap palette. It was only $18 on bhcosmetics.com. The pan sizes are very small. They're the size of a penny, but for 35 shades, I believe, that's a decent amount of product, and I'm not too disappointed in these. Actually, I thought I would be, because that yellow was a bit patchy at first and just not working for me, but it actually built up beautifully. I'm going to pack some more of that red tone to really build up the color. These are like super buildable. The buildable ones are always the best. Dude, and the price point. That's insane. I'm going to take the Morphe E17 and dip back into the orange shade and pack that pigment on. I just really want these colors to be bright and vibrant, and I don't want to lose any of the pigmentation during the building process. And back to the red shade. All right, now I'm going to pick a new brush. Go in with that E18 and this green right here. And I'm going to start packing that on near the middle region, but closer to the inner corner. There's nothing there. Turn more towards me, please, my beautiful assistant. Now I'm going to take this darker green shade on the same E18, and I'm going to start packing that right on the middle area.
Allie's so light-handed, it feels like getting an eyelid massage.
Thank you. I blame it on the brushes. The brushes are like amazing and they're super soft. At least my Morphe ones are. The other ones aren't terrible, but they're not as soft. I'm gonna hop back into the yellow shade and blend some into the green just to make sure we have a smooth transition to it. And that's not smooth at all. Let's see. I'm gonna take the Vintage Cosmetics Company Step 1 for the Money and back to this light green shade. And I'm going to blend it between the yellow and the green. There is some fallout with this green. I'm going to go back in with my E18 and the dark green shade. And I'm going to take the E36 and this blue right here. It's a nice light blue. And I just blended that a little into the green. And now I'm going to take this darker blue and blend that right at the edge of the light blue. And now I'll use my E18 still. I'm going to take this purple shade and put that on the outer corner. I'm going to go in with the yellow and just blend over this and around the edges a bit. And I'm going to take this Luxie 140 and this shade right here. It's a nice magenta, and I'm going to blend that between the blue and the purple. And we're going to take some more blue, the light blue shade, and blend some more. I just want to make sure all the pigments show and that it looks pretty seamless as a gradient and it flows together nicely. I'm losing track of which brushes I'm using, so I'm going to take the M321 and this dark green shade. I've used so many brushes. It's only like 12, but it's quite a bit.
You can tell the difference between the quality of the Morphe brushes versus other brushes.
I agree. I totally agree. And they actually, in my opinion, they blend much better.
That they're fuller too. Like that it doesn't require as much
Effort.
And just a light touch does the work, where another brush you're really having to push the product in there.
I agree. I'm going to take this Wet n Wild brush and a little bit of this pink shade right here, this hot pink. I decided I want to add it in between the yellow and the orange. If that translates as pink, it looks a little reddy. It's not a word. It looks red-ish, kind of. So I'm going to just dust that brush off and take a lighter pink. I'm going to go for this one. And I'm going to blend over that. I'm going to hop back into the yellow and build it up again. And now we're kind of starting to lose our orange, so we got to build that up again too. And now the red. This is like a never-ending cycle.
I also want to point out, like, why there's times that you just blend and then why there's times that you dab. Like, what's the importance of dabbing?
Okay, the importance of like dabbing the brush is it packs on the color, because I'll try to show you, if you dab it, you get more color payoff than if you just swipe it. I don't know if you could tell, I'll do that again. So, dabbing motions versus just swiping, and you get more pigment there. If you could see, that's the dab and that's the swipe, and then after you dab it, then you could begin to blend it, and you just get better pigmentation that way for colors you really want to pop. That was a great question. So now we got a nice rainbow effect going. I'm going to cut that crease. This is the intimidating part, cutting someone else's crease. It's always worrisome to me. I'm going to use this crown brush. It's the mini chisel fluff. And my hard Candy Glamoflauge. And I'm going to go in and cut the crease, hopefully. Now I'm going to dab off any excess product. And then I'm going to go into my Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette because, well, yeah, that looks a little shimmery and I want matte. So I'm going to go into the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette and grab the shade Glucose on this fluffy Alamar Cosmetics brush, and I'm just going to use that to set the lid. I'm just over here brainstorming while doing this. Let's see. Okay. So I hate to use it because I hate the shimmers, but it's the only silver I have. So I'm going to dip into the Thirsty palette and the shade Divine. And I'm running out of brushes.
While she's running out of brushes, hit that bell notification so you can get updated alerts for whenever she posts new videos.
Yes, please. That would be great. I'm going to go with the E27 and the shade Divine. And I'm really going to put it on there because they don't work well. And then I'm going to spritz it with some Tarte Ready Set Radiant too. And put it on some more. And now I'm going to dab. And that's not going to work, so I'm going to just go in with my finger here.
Finger painting.
Maybe this wasn't my best idea.
I think I actually have a silver
Thirsty palette, you never fail to disappoint me.
Don't buy it.
I mean, the mattes are okay, but I feel like they're very similar to other palettes, aside from the blues. But these shimmers are terrible. They swatch great, but then on a brush, you just take that brush and
Nothing.
there's nothing there. It's
Hocus
terrible.
pocus.
Yeah, it just disappears. Do you have a silver?
I do.
Let's get a silver. 1 second. Girl, come back. Kat Von D has us.
Found it.
Ta-da! Oh, okay. Is it loose pigment?
It is.
Oh, that's even better. Amazing. Kat Von D had us too, though.
Kat Von D always has us.
Now, which brush was I using? I think this one. I'm not sure. I'm going to go in with some Tarte Ready Set Radiant, and this is Mica Cosmetics Beauty in the shade Indulgence. It's a nice dark silver. Let's see how dark that is. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not as dark as I thought it was at first. It blends out nicely. It's darker than I wanted. Kat Von D, come through.
Kat Von D.
I'm going to, this is the Saint and Sinner palette, and I'm going to go on the Saint side and take the shade Heaven. Silver pigment from the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette would have been perfect if it would work. I've considered like destroying it and trying to turn it into a loose pigment. Because I really can't get any use out of it anyways, so tell me what you guys think. Should I destroy it and try to turn it into a loose pigment and show you guys? Kevin, you're kind of purpley, but I'm not mad at it. So I'm going to take the shade Absolution. It's a nice white shimmer shade. And I'm going to put that over. And now I'm going to attempt to find the brush I used for purple and probably fail and find a new one. Okay, I used this for a purple shade. I'm not sure which one. But I'm going to go into this dark purple because we kind of lost a little over here. So we're just going to put that dark purple back. Now I'm going to take the M573 and buff around the edges.
Like when you go to a salon and you get your hair cut and then done and then blow dried and you start falling asleep in the chair. That's what this is.
She's meaning to say I'm taking forever.
No, I mean just say like it just feels so good. It's just relaxing.
I wish my back thought that.
No kidding.
I like doing makeup. I just wish I had comfier chairs. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Mini Chisel Fluff by Crown. And I'm going to cut this other crease. More this way. There we go. Perfect. This is always like the scary part because this can make or break everything.
Does it help when people like lift their eyebrows and look down so it gives you a better
Not at
view?
all. It makes me nervous either way. The best tip I could give is just like sit as still as possible, which you do great, but I'm just saying for any viewers who want to try this, just be still, try not to move too much. Your makeup artist will thank you. Now I'm going to go back into glucose, but first I'm going to dab some off of this eye. Okay, now I'm going to go into glucose from the Blood Sugar palette and pack that on there to set it. I need to invest in a light silver loose pigment, so I'm pretty positive I'm going to destroy my Thirsty palette.
Destruction of property.
I'm serious. I've basically
Stay tuned.
I've basically set my mind to it. So watch out for a video on that if y'all want to see me depot the shade Divine and squish it up and try and make it loose pigment. I'm going to pack the shade Heaven from the Saint and Sinner palette onto the lid. Or is it the opposite? Is it Sinner and Saint or Saint and Sinner?
Either way, I guess, but Saint and Sinner is where they have it, but...
Okay. Just making sure. So I had it right the first time. Now I'm going to go into the shade Absolution, the white shimmer, and I'm going to place that over the shade Heaven. Kind of mauve-y. I was going for silver. It's mauve, and that's okay. That's alright. It's gonna work. So now I'm going to do her liner, but first I want to try and dust away some of this fallout. Put down some loose powder.
Some bacon.
I should have. I don't know why I didn't. So I'm going to take the Touch Behold translucent powder and I'm going to just dust some under her eye just to try and dust away some of that other powder. Back to the eyeliner, if I could find it. See, this is why I organize, and then I disorganize as I go along. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I found it. Ta-da! Okay. Here comes the stressful part. I even leave my mess-ups in my video because I'm a human. And I mess up. And I know whoever's gonna try and recreate this, you're gonna mess up too. And I'm not gonna be one of those fake people who edits it all out. Because we all mess up. And that's cool. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the, here it is, the Butter London Stroke of Wow, the roll-on liner, and I'm going to use that to do the wing. It's not wanting to work for me today.
I like being difficult.
Oh no, it's not you. It's this liner and me. Now I'm going to try and fix what I just messed up. Oh no. Oh no, I can't fix this. This is bad.
Is it still there?
My hands are shaking so bad. Totally not my best work, but it could have been worse. Now I'm going to dust some color onto that lower lash line. I'm going to keep trying to do the little rainbow gradient we have. I'm going to first do the red with the E36. Now I'm going to go with the orange. And now the yellow. This brush will do. It's at M573. That brush will not do. I'm going to just go in with this Aesthetica angled brush and the yellow. Come through yellow. I'm like mixing these two yellows now, just trying to get something. Okay, it's there. Kind of. And now green.
Not too bad considering I can see the brush coming at me, but I don't like, I'm not like...
Yeah, you are doing very well. I just realized people are probably gonna... Never mind, I won't say it. I won't say it.
Say it.
People are probably gonna be like, oh, they're trying to come out. This is not a come out video. We just happened to choose a rainbow look before anyone says it.
But Mandy, I love you, boo.
Just wanted to clear that up. I'm taking the blue and I'm going to try and build that color up some. And now I've just been dusting off my brush as I go along. And now I'm doing the purple.
I'm guilty of that, right on my sweatpants.
Yes, same. Aha. Oh no! We got black here.
Oh, I thought it was dry. I'm sorry.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Here we go.
No, because then it's going to wipe it off.
It got that little corner.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh, I was doing good.
You were indeed. It's my fault.
Noops.
Got some silver, the Urban Decay liner somewhere. I don't know.
I thought it was in this one. You're right there. Nope. I see the glue. I'll see the glue on it.
I can't keep track of anything.
Right there. Bam.
Found it right in front of our face. Alright, so this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal in the shade Distortion. And I'm going to try and fix some of our mess ups. Try and fix this with eyeshadow instead. So this is a E36 that looks like it had some orange on it. And that's not helping. I'm going to just try and like rub it off with my fingers. Going back with the orange. Come through orange, cover this. Okay, it was worse. It's not perfect. But we're gonna work on it a little more. Forget it. It'll work. It'll be good enough.